What's up, my podcast listener? It's your host, Rafał Matuszewski. It's a Wednesday morning. It's bright. It's beautiful. I'm about to crush the day. I hope you guys are about to crush the day. So I'm excited to chat with you today. Even though we're not really chatting, it's just me having like verbal diarrhea as you listen to me ramble about fitness stuff. I kind of want to dive into body image because as much as we would like to think and hope that we don't deal with any kind of body image issues, we fucking do. And let me tell you, there hasn't been a time, and I would say the majority of people who are at least aware that, you know, their goal in fitness and health, like they've taken the plunge to finally put their health in order and, you know, start exercising, eating better, and so forth. With that, it comes with some baggage, meaning every time you look in the mirror, you're criticizing yourself. You are inspecting from head to toe of what's wrong with you and how you want to change the size of this thing and that thing and lose fat and tighten up here and blah, blah, blah. The list can go on. And then it becomes a ritual, like every morning or whenever you do your head-to-toe checklist of everything that's wrong and things that you hate about your body and hate how it looks a certain way. And again, the list can go on. I think we're all guilty of having that experience and saying nasty things to ourselves. So where I'm going with this is I'm curious to ask to you guys, and ask yourself this: at what point in your life did you allow yourself to speak like that about yourself? Like, really think about it. At what point where you're like, you know what? Saying that the fat surrounding my stomach is disgusting and I can't believe that I look this way. I can't believe that this fat underneath my arm is jiggling like it's fucking gross. I can't believe it. At what point did you subconsciously agree to yourself that speaking that way about your like own body, yourself, you as a human being, is okay? And it's an interesting question because I think for the most part no one can really answer it. And it's one of those questions that kind of wakes you up and goes, oh shit, why am I like that to myself? Why do I have the need to put myself down? So now imagine Sally Sue, all excited and motivated to start her fitness journey, starts every day by looking in the mirror and putting herself down a peg or two. Every fucking day. No wonder people lose motivation when they negatively speak about themselves. So at that point, you don't really have anything else to go off of other than, I need to lose weight because I'm disgusting. It almost becomes a punishment. And exercise is not a punishment. It's a celebration of what your body can do. You know? Like, that's how I look at exercise. Like, when I coach clients, see patients, and I work with them, and we're working on an exercise, it's literally showcasing what your body's capable of. Like, you doing a squat, like, that's a beautiful thing. Like, you doing a glute bridge, you doing your rehab exercise, like, that is a beautiful thing. And we need to celebrate it. But having this mindset of allowing ourselves to speak negatively about ourselves constantly feeds into this like dumpster fire bullshit And it switches something in your head where it now associates like negativity with exercise. But that's not how we should look at exercise or how we should use it. So I want you guys to really dig deep and ask yourselves, why are you speaking to yourself that way? We all have those conversations, and you can see this, like everyone just judges each other all the fucking time. You can see it all the time. If you go people watch and look at one person and someone walks past them, that person is checking them out head to toe and then placing some sort of value on them based on how they look and what they wear. So if you're already like judgmental to other people, as we all are, like there's nobody perfect. You strive to be a better person, but I think I know you know what I'm talking about. But I think the hardest critic and the way our brain works, especially in the fitness and health industry, is that we judge ourselves the harshest. And then we end up with no self-worth. Like, you're fucking worth it. You listening right now, you watching, whatever it is, you're fucking worth it. You're enough, And I think we need to start changing the conversation with ourselves, and especially with ourselves in front of the mirror. There's nothing wrong with seeing if you have any progress, but even then, that it doesn't really work, because our brains and eyes have a really good mechanism of adjusting to things. So if you lost 10 pounds over a span of a month, you checking yourself in the mirror every day, you're not going to see that change because your eyes and brain adjust to how you change physically. Like, you won't see any kind of change. That's why, like, you hear the story a lot where someone loses 10 or 20 pounds and then they meet up with somebody they haven't seen for like a month or 3 months or whatever it is, and they're like, holy shit, you lost weight. And then you're like, oh no, I don't, a little bit, I don't think. But it's like, no, that person hasn't seen you. Their eyes haven't adapted to the change. So this whole concept of like, I'm going to look in the mirror every single day to make sure that I'm losing fat doesn't really work. It's just giving you the platform to tear yourself down. What you should do instead is, like, when you start your journey, take a photo of you from the front, the side, and the back. Store away those photos, lock them up, and then in 30 days, do the same thing. You're going to see changes in those photos. Not looking at the mirror every single day. Same goes with the scale. Like, why the fuck are people stepping on scales still? And I've said this on my show before, like, there hasn't been a time on this planet that when someone stepped on the scale, they were so fucking psyched that the number that popped up, they were like, yes, loving it. No, that's never happened. Other than maybe like a UFC fighter trying to make weight for a fight. That's probably the only time. Plus, stepping on a scale is a snapshot of what's happening right there and then. I tell people that your weight can fluctuate throughout the day from like 4 to 7 pounds, depending on what's going on with you. And then if you're a female, you have your menstrual cycle on top of that. That really fucks everything up on a scale, right? Or last night, you decided to go fancy and make like spaghetti and ate a lot of carbs, and then on top of that, ate like half a loaf of garlic bread. And then you step on the scale this morning, you're like, holy fuck, 6 pounds. How did I gain 6 pounds? It's like, well, science. Because every single gram of carb in your body holds on to 2 grams of water. That's why everyone's like, oh, if I need to lose weight, I'll just cut carbs and I'm good to go. Well, it's like you're not really doing anything other than really like losing water weight. But anyway, I'm kind of going on a tangent on stupid shit, but the moral of the story here and the key to this episode is to have more positive conversations with yourself. Like, if you can't step away from checking yourself on the mirror or whatever it is, at least tell yourself that, hey, this is my starting point. It can only get better from here. If I do an extra walk with my dog today, I'm one step closer to my goal. If I prep a meal tonight for tomorrow's lunch, I'm one step closer to my goal. And the more you can kind of reinforce to yourself, like, think about it. Anytime someone speaks highly of you or compliments you, you fucking feel amazing. Why can't you do that to yourself? Right? I brought this up on my show before. The reason why Kobe Bryant was so good in the league, he literally said it's because he told himself that he was. He said that every fucking day he told himself that he was the best in the league and no one could touch him. He said that having that mental, like, pep talk anytime he went into a game made him have that confidence that if he was playing against other really freaking talented players, he still had the advantage. So imagine if you start telling yourself that you're not fat and disgusting, this part of my body's not gross. You change it just a little bit, like, hey, this part of my body just needs a little bit of work, but you know, when I go to the gym today, I'm going to do an extra set of squats or face pulls, whatever it is. Like, it's so small, but those small little things add up to a large, large dividend. So I'm going to leave it at that because I feel like I'm going to be ranting for like an hour and I'm almost at work and I need to get into work mode. But thank you guys for listening. You guys are amazing. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out. Add me on Facebook. Add me on Instagram. Hit the show notes to do that. Give me a 5-star review on iTunes, Spotify, or anywhere else you listen to my show. And stay tuned for some more updates on my book. I am powering through a lot of videos for it, and I'm super excited to share it. I'm getting the book cover made right now, so I'll be posting really soon a link for the pre-sale list, so keep your eyes and ears open. That's it from you guys. Until next time.